Ecamm Fam, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Marshall Creates with Ecamm. Happy Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whatever day it is that you're watching this, whether you're live, welcome, or you're joining us on a replay squad. I'm happy to have you here. So, welcome. Let me just say hey to some folks. Mr. Moderator, hey Parker, it's good to see you. Mr. Moderator, Mr. Paul Duncan, thank you so much for joining us as always. Mr. Camera Junkie, what is good? What is good? Cool. It's good to see you guys. So I had to bring back a fan favorite, y'all. So what I did was I went back last season, and if you haven't seen last season, we have a playlist, a Marshall Creates playlist, and I saw what were the most popular episodes, and one of them was live video podcast branding. I think we had like almost 20,000 views on that video. So I said, why not go ahead and run that back for this episode? So that's what we're going to do today, y'all. So with that said, if you have an idea, if you have a video podcast and you need some branding and overlays done, let me know. If you have an idea for something and you just want to see, want to have something created, let me know. So I'm going to pick at least one person to create some designs for today. So I'll just use up the time that I have with you guys today, and I'll work on some branding and some overlays. And then if I have time, go ahead and set up some scenes, and I'll export the profile at the end and then send it over to you guys. Well, once we wrap up the show, because I won't be able to do that while we're on, but I'll send you the profile with the scenes that we create with the overlays. All right. So let me know. Let me check in with you guys again. Yeah, guys. So I'm here. Looks like we got 12 viewers so far. So I know one of you guys may have something. And if you don't, if nobody volunteers, then we'll just make one up. All right. We'll make one up and get something created. All right. But I'm here. You have me for the hour. So, let's make some magic happen today, y'all. Let's make some magic happen. So just a heads up. So the platform that I use, or the program that I use for my graphics primarily is called Affinity Designer. So that's what I'll be using today. It's kind of like it's like a mix between Photoshop and Illustrator, but it's a bit more intuitive in my opinion. So I use the entire Adobe suite as well, but I primarily use Affinity Designer for like my day-to-day design stuff. So I use Photoshop for like mock-ups and photo manipulation, and then Illustrator for like vector work, and things like that. So, Mr. Moderator, let's go. Send me your logo, man. So, my email address is marshall@120designstudio.com. Send it on over and let's create some overlays. Let me go ahead and pull up my email so I can be on the lookout. Yeah, send it on over to me, brother, and we'll create some magic. How was you guys this week, though? Feels like this year is flying by, y'all. Can you believe it's almost May? Seems like we were just saying Happy New Year. It's crazy. Just saying Happy New Year now. It's almost May, which is almost June. So we could almost say that we're halfway through the year already, y'all. It's crazy. Time is flying. Let me refresh my email. Paul, don't see anything yet. And also, whatever ideas you have in terms of like design direction, let me know. But usually I can get a good idea of the design language or what I would want to do with it from the logo. But y'all know I do this full time, all day, every day. So I like having full creative control, at least with the projects that I work on. Like if I work on a website or a set of graphics, I like to do the logo first, create the logo first, because when I first started out as a designer, people would come to me with logos and I would create a website kind of around that look and feel. And if the logo was terrible or not, let's say not the best quality, I don't want to say terrible, it would be a lot more difficult for me to design the website. Like just creatively, I felt like it was a lot harder. Whereas I'm like, if I just do the logo first, do a new logo, it would make my job a lot easier. So let me refresh again. Of course, my Gmail wants to freeze right now, which it never does. Force reload. Nothing yet, Paul. So it's Marshall with 2 L's. Let me make sure you have it, I'll drop it in the comments. I'm sorry, it's Marshall at 120designstudio.com. So I just dropped it in the comments for you. Might have to delete that out afterwards. I don't know what the spam is going to look like. But I feel like people can get our emails anyway, because I still get emails pretty regularly, for those, partnerships. Like, hey, I have this software or this product. We like you to review it on your channel. I get those types of emails all the time. Like, where'd you even get my email from? So I'm on the lookout for it. Refresh again. Cool. Let me see. So we got 12 viewers. So if you're just joining us, I see it came through. If you're just joining us, we're going to create branding. I didn't even realize that your logo was a variation of the Ecamm logo. Let's go. So I'm going to share my screen with y'all. Got it. I have it. Cool. So let me just position some things so I can share the logo with the people. Let me move my scenes over. I'm still working with this little monitor. If you guys saw the episode with my office tour in progress, I'm still working with a small monitor, but I do plan on getting a full-size monitor pretty soon. So let me share my screen here. Okay. You guys see this? Yep, you can see it. So I'm going to move this over here. I may actually move this preview window over here like this. So this is the logo we're working with, y'all. It's a play on the Ecamm Live logo. If you didn't notice, we got Mr. Moderator right there in the middle. So let's go ahead and make some magic, y'all. So I'm going to play off of the design language created here. So I'm going to rock with the blue, with the gray, and a little bit of red as well. So let me know what ideas you have. If you just have a show that you want to do, if you want to have multiple guests, I'll just create a set. So what I'll do now is open up Affinity Designer. And I actually do them, just so you can have them, I'll do them in 4K, Mr. Moderator. I'll do them in 4K just so you can have the appropriate size. You know what? I'm going to do them in 720, in 1080p, just to keep the file sizes down, but I'll export them as double the size, which will be 4K. So to start out, I'll do File, New. Where's my new window? Hold on, y'all. Oh, here it is. It's all the way over here. All right. So I'll do 1920 by 1080. 72 DPI is cool. So now this is our first artboard that we have here that we'll start. So what I'll do is, let's start with, I'm going to show you guys a set first that I did previously, and then we'll kind of use that as a baseline. All right, so let me pull my comments over here so I can see you guys. Cool. Remove the email from the stream. Appreciate it. Do videos where I talk about moderating and also do lives. So, okay, cool. Do you have a particular name for your show, or you just go live under Mr. Moderator? Let me know. Okay. All right, so let me move this over. My computer is acting a little funny today, y'all. So I can't move my Ecamm. Hold up. Cancel. I move my Ecamm window over completely. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, hold on, y'all. Give me a second here. Default scene. Move this over. There we go. Okay, finish. Back to live mode. Okay. All right. So here we are. I'm going to open up. Put this on Do Not Disturb. 1 second. Brain picker. So this is like a set of overlays for for a client of mine. So we'll kind of create something like this. No, not on Intel. I want an M1 Pro, 14 inch. For some reason, I must have too much stuff up over here. But that's what happens as a designer. I always have a ton of stuff up. I try to close stuff out before I hop on here, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, so let me see here, Mr. Moderator. Okay, so that's the name of the stream. Cool. All right, so what we'll do is we'll do like a countdown slide first. Okay, do a countdown. Background has a rainbow theme. Gotcha. You know what? Let's look it up real quick so we can see what we're working with on here. Mr. Moderator show. Let's see. Okay, 1 year ago. Videos. Do you have any lives? I'm trying to see if something's more recent. If not, it's cool. 3 months ago. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so you have the background. Oh, this is good. So we can do an overlay kind of based off of this as well. Okay. Okay. Cool. Let me check another one really quickly.
Hello, I'm Paul Dunn.
Cool. Shout out to the short SM7B with the Elgato wave arm, low profile. We're both rocking with the Reporter Store windscreen, colored windscreen. We both got those rocking. All right, so I want to start out by creating a background. Let me just make it red for now, and then bring it in from. Actually, do copy image and paste it. So the image isn't the best quality, so I'm actually going to enhance it a little bit. So I'll save this. Clients. Let me see. Ecamm Live. Okay. So I'm going to enhance this really quickly. And I use the service, an app called Gigapixel AI to enhance photos and things that aren't the best quality. So as you can see, it took it from 500 by 500 pixels to 1,000 by 1,000, and it made it much more clear. So if I look at the original, see how it's more pixelated? And this is just with the low resolution AI model. So it did a great job. If I go to standard, I usually click around to see which one looks best. Very compressed. So those lines are a little jagged here. That doesn't look bad. I think I'll go with low resolution because this more closely resembles the original colors. So I'll just save it so you can see the original and then the enhanced. And I'll actually bump it up to 3. Okay. So now I'll bring that in. File. Place. Of course, it will increase the size. All right. Let me check the comments. Purple ring screen. Let's go. Looking at doing the lives with guests. Okay, cool. So first we'll go ahead and knock out a countdown slide. So I'll do it similar to mine. So for the background, let's see how it will look with the blue. Okay. So I'm gonna do a gradient on here. It's the gradient tool. I can select this bottom shade of blue and then this top shade of blue. I just want to see how that would look as like our base, or I can duplicate it really quickly just to see how it will look with the navy blue. Let me know your preference, Paul. And then let's see how it will look with this red as the background. I think that's a bit too bright, but let's see what the gradient looks like. I still think it's too bright. So I'm thinking between the, I think I like this one better. Let me know, and then we'll go ahead and split it. On this side, let's see, we can keep it simple like this, and actually do rounded corners, just like the app. Okay. The gradient, open it to your suggestions. Okay, cool. So we'll rock with this one for now. I'm gonna do Command C, Command V to paste it. Well, I actually like the little splash of red as this background. So this would be cut out for your face, like during the countdown. And so I'm gonna put this up in the corner. I'm trying to think of where I should put this. Yeah, I'll leave it up here. Unless we make a play off of this. Right, but first, we can delete these two. I'll move it over just to keep an extra one. Oops. So I'm gonna punch this out of the background. Okay, then move this below. Okay, so now this is transparent right here, and we can actually add a drop shadow to this as well. So I'll add an outer shadow to this red, offset, increase the radius like this. I think that looks good. And then add a drop shadow, an inner shadow. Oops, that's not right, y'all. Oh, it's actually a drop shadow. Outer shadow. There we go. So now it'll be like a bit of a shadow effect. Yeah, I think that looks good. So we'll put you right here, and we can even make it a little dark if you want it. Reduce the opacity. Let me know if you would like that or not, and then I can put this below this layer. Like this. Kind of how mine is when we first start, if you want. So now let's just do Mr. Moderator. You know what else we can do? I'm gonna find like just to add some depth and some sauce to this. I'm gonna find a background um and have that as the background, and not just this blue, but we'll still have it blue. Maybe we can use Midjourney or something for that. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. See what I'm doing? Oops. Make sure this is the right size. It's probably the same font because this is Apple's font. So if this is the same font that's used for live, might be a slightly different weight, but that's fine. And then you could put the actual time right here inside of Ecamm, right? So let's just say like 1:59. Let me get larger. But let me know what you think of this. I kind of like it, but I need to add a drop shadow. Okay. All right. Yeah, let me know what you think of this so far, Mr. Moderator. Because this could be the start of your, let me add a shadow to this too. Your countdown slide. Let me see, outer shadow. Cool. So let's try to find like some type of background. Give me an idea for like a background we can use here. I'll still have this blue gradient, but we can either find a background or generate a background that we can use. So I'm using the tool I'm using is called Affinity Designer. It's called Affinity Designer. So it's like Photoshop, but it's a lot more intuitive. Like it's a lot more smooth. It has a lot of similar tools, but I primarily use it for design. Like for example, the podcast overlays I just showed you guys, stuff like this. Let me see here. Like when my clients have different events. For example, this is an event a client had, so I had to do flyers for each one of the speakers at her conference. So as you can see, it's really smooth. If I was to have all these artboards up in Photoshop, it wouldn't be as smooth and buttery as this. Let me see here. See, same here. Another conference. So as you can see, it's really smooth and buttery, and I can still create really dope graphics in here like I would in Photoshop as well. Like this. So, yes. Yep. Me too, man. Download them and upload them to Ecamm Live. It looks smoother and butterier than Cam. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a bit more advanced. But Mr. Moderator added the link, so I can just go to it really quickly just to show it to you. It does take, a little getting used to, but if you're up for a challenge, then yeah, it's a bit more advanced than Canva. It's a lot that you can do with it. I love it. It's only a one-time payment. Think of like maybe 50 or 60 bucks, or now 70. So you don't have to pay them every month, even though I still pay Adobe every month, but I use them. I use them a lot as well. Like for example, this flyer I had to send to the client, the PSD file. So you can actually export a PSD out of Affinity. So I had to send to them. So another team could edit the flyers and use the assets and things like that. So So yeah, I love Affinity. So I'm gonna open up Midjourney real quick. Don't switch. Okay. So let me pop over here, make sure nothing crazy is going on in the thread. I'm still a Midjourney newbie, y'all. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's just try to come up with something like live streaming related. So I'm gonna do imagine uh desk with computer for live streaming. Uh bright, let's just say bright in bright room. Um desk with computer and microphone. Okay. So it's gonna be waiting to start. It's probably really busy right now. So in the meantime, we can go ahead and create your main scene. So I'm gonna delete this out. But what I will do is create like maybe like another red section so you can put your time there. I think that'll be cool. Oh, that actually works like this, y'all. That was kind of unplanned. I was gonna do it like this, but I actually like it more extended like this, and I can tuck it behind the other red, almost like an extension of it, like that. Oh, snap. We on to something now, y'all. Okay. Okay. Check in with the comments. Okay. I know, man. So true. Tessie, oh, Tessie, I thought it was Mr. Moderator. I'm sorry. Yes, this is so true. This is so true. That's why, I've never deleted it because I always need it for something. Something. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and hide this layer because you can just put your time there on your own. So now, deleted the logo. I'll actually reposition the logo on this slide. So let's just have it in the bottom right. And I'll start by, let me check Discord real quick to see if my stuff is rendered yet. I don't see it, y'all. I don't know what happened. Do y'all see it? I can't even find the original request. Oh, here it is right here. I skip right past it. Oh, snap. We got action, y'all. We got action. That microphone is huge. Let me know which one you're feeling. Paul. Little accidents. Yes. Shout out to Bob Ross. I'm gonna have Bob Ross fro soon. Oh, oh man. Yeah, let me know which one of these four. I think I'm digging maybe this one, but it's gonna be in the background though. So you're not really gonna be able to see it that clearly. But let me know which one you think you like. Number 4. All right. So let's go ahead and upscale that. And it'll pop down here when it's ready. Okay, so just waiting. Let me move it over. 3 or 4. Okay, cool. So what I'll do here is we're going to create your main scene here. Bring it over like right here. Let me know if these curves are too harsh or like too rounded, or if they work. The corners. Okay, so this can be your main scene, and I'll just delete the text. Okay, so we have the final version. As you can see here, upscale. So I'll save this. And let's just see how it looks. It's pretty good, but I'll still drop it in the gigapixel just to make it a bit more crisp. So as you can see, I'm gonna look here and see what it does to the mic. That's pretty good. Standard. Very compressed. Let me just compare these. I'll go with low resolution. Okay. So now what I'll do is put it in the back here. Reduce the opacity of the edge, fade it in, and then let's change the color of it like this. Boom. So that looks good, but we're kind of losing Mr. Moderator up here. So I gotta fix that. I have to do it manually. Yellow for the text. I don't know. I think I'll just go with just putting this back here. Unless I did white. Unless I did this in blue and then put this background in white. Something like this. But then we're blocking out most of the background. Let me think. Let me see. Could that work, or is it getting too busy? I feel like it's getting too busy, y'all. I feel like it's getting too busy. I'll make this white. I want to still be able to see like this background. So I think that's cool because you can still see kind of through it, right? And let's see how that would look if we did it right here as well. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hard light. Hard light versus linear light. Yeah, I think we'll go with linear. I'm digging it, y'all. I'm digging it. Let me know what you think. And I'll do the same thing here. I'll put it above this. All right, yeah, we'll keep it like that. All right, so now what I'm gonna do for this other background. Oh, this is another hack, y'all. Just real quick, a design hack. A technique that I use sometimes is I'll just blur out the background, almost like a depth of field type of situation, like something like this. So you can't really tell what's going on back there right now, but that's just another hack. And I use this to put emphasis on whatever is in the foreground as opposed to the background. So it's not as busy, right? So that's just another hack that you guys could use as well. If you use Canva, they may have the ability to do something similar. So let me show you something real quick. I'll show you an example. Like this. So you see how like the palm trees in the background, but it's blurred out. So the point is to put emphasis on the foreground and all of this. So if the palm trees weren't blurred out, it would have been fine. But it's just, it's kind of like a faux depth of field effect that puts emphasis on the foreground. So that's something that we could do as well. So what I'm going to do here is I'll do Command C and I'll do Command V here to paste it into this background. And then I'll do a screen share. I'll do a couple quick ones because I know we're running out of time. So Command V, but put it underneath of this layer. Oops, not outside the artboard. And I'll actually make it larger because you can't really see what's going on back there. Maybe I will blur it out here just for this purpose, just to add a bit more depth to it. Let me know what you think of that. I think it looks pretty cool. If I reduce the opacity some, yeah, I think that looks cool. But let me know what you think of that. All right, so that's that. Then we'll do one with yourself and a guest. So in this case, I'm going to actually go to the first artboard. Command C, Command. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of this big hole in the middle because I'm going to start it over. So curves. I didn't do what I wanted it to do. So let's start from scratch. Well, not necessarily from scratch, but Command V, move this over. trying to work fast, y'all. Put this below. Put that above. All right, so that's our main background. All right. All right. So now I have this and this. So we may want a little, let's make some space at the bottom for some comments. The edges are a little too wide for my liking. And I think the corners are too rounded, to be honest. So let's go with 10. Okay. Yeah, so these are scenes. These overlays will be used to create scenes. Yep. So we just have this one, and we'll do another one for like a screen share. You know what? Let's do that right now. So we'll do the main one that you had, Mr. Moderator, that you had on your episode where you were kind of in the corner, and then you had stuff up here. So you can use this for that. So then you can have whatever you like to show up here. Are these two centered? Let me make sure. Boom. Okay, that's good. That looks fine. So now I'll punch this out of this rectangle. Okay, hide this. Put this in a rectangle as well. Boom. And we'll do the shadow. Okay, so we have that. And then this one we'll have two. Let's do too close. We just need our room for our comments, right? Down here. Okay. So now I'll just repeat the same steps. So I'll put this background here. Move this up a bit. Okay. Okay. You know what? I forgot something, but it's okay. I feel like it's not perfectly centered, but it's okay. It'll have to do. It will have to do. So I'm gonna drag this back here and then take this and delete it from this layer. Boom. Okay. So bring this above this layer to have it in the corner here. So you still have room for your comments, and we're just gonna do the shadow, outer shadow, like this. Cool. So now we have 4 pretty dope scenes, y'all. Well, overlays for the scenes created. Am I missing anything? Let me know if you want something else that I could do quickly. Maybe what about like a screen share scene or something like that? Or you can just put your screen share over top. Let me know. Or we can do a quick one real quick. Let me think. What's the best way to do it? Let's duplicate this. Let's do a screen share scene real quick. Just gonna manually make this. You know what? I'm gonna make it a bit more narrow. And this is a bit more advanced, y'all, because you can literally in Ecamm, you can place your camera overlays on top of the background. You know, so I'll make sure I get you a blank background as well, Mr. Moderator, so you can do that. But if you want to have like this drop shadow effect, then that's why this is good. If you wanted to do it this way, like punch out of your overlay. So this could kind of be like for you. Hopefully it's not too narrow. Hopefully it's not too narrow for you. Let's make it a little wider. Okay. Yeah, I'll just leave it like this in the interest of time, and you can put your screen share overlay over top right there. Okay. So, yeah, you can also use this if you wanted to have it for something else as well. I'll delete this. You know what? Let me take this blur off for this. Cool, I think that looks good. So I'm gonna cover up this hole. Literally like I'm patching it. Combine these two shapes. Delete this. So you can just have this as a background, and I'll do one that's blurred as a background as well. Oops. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Actually, like this, so you can see more of it. Like that. So you can put your own overlays over top of these if you want. Cool. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and load these up into Ecamm and create some scenes. But first, this is something that I have to do. I have to make sure that each artboard is on a whole pixel while exporting, because if not, it can be off by a pixel when I export, and we don't want that. I'm just going to name these really quickly. So I'll do countdown. I'll do MM for Mr. Moderator. Countdown. MM. Solo. MM. Screen share. MM. Guest. MM. I forget what this one's for. Screen share too. Background. Okay, so I'm gonna save all of these real quick. Mr. Moderator show. And the beauty of Ecamm, y'all, setting these up is gonna be a breeze. So let me go ahead and export all these. So I'm gonna export all of these as 1080p first. Oops, I spelled graphics wrong. I'll fix it later. And now what I can do is export them as 2x, as 2 times as large, double the size, and that'll be 4K. But honestly, if this looks intimidating, you can literally export your files like this individually. JPEG, you see the different formats. All right, open up Ecamm. Okay, hold up. Close this, and we're gonna put on live demo mode. Options, live demo mode. Okay. So I'm gonna bring the Ecamm window over here. Hold up. Give me a second. Can't find my scenes. There we go. All right, so let's set up some quick scenes. So I'll do a new folder for Mr. Moderator. And I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna duplicate this profile once I'm done. Delete my Marshall Creates scenes out of here and send it to Mr. Moderator. Send this profile to him so he'll have all of this stuff in there. Gotta love Ecamm, y'all. Okay, so Mr. Moderator. So I'm gonna do a new scene. Yeah, I'll do a new scene. Source blank. And I'm gonna go to my Finder. And let's do the countdown first. Let's just do at 2x. Boom. I'm gonna add a camera overlay here, but behind. He'll be able to pick which camera he wants once he loads it up. You don't need a corner radius or anything. Shape, custom. Oops. And then on my layers, in my overlays panel, I'm going to drag this below here. Boom. There we go. So this is the countdown scene. All right. So let's write countdown. All right, and he can add his countdown here. So I don't know if this will carry over in the, let's see. Yeah, I'll let him add that manually. But if you wanted to add a countdown overlay, you would just hit this countdown overlay button down here and hit add. And then you can select your font and size and position it accordingly. So I'll just leave it here for now. All right. Let's do another scene. Let's go ahead and just, let me see. Duplicate. What is this? Okay, Command D. I thought so. All right, so now we have a duplicate scene. Delete this out. Let's do solo. You know what? I'm actually going to do a new scene. So I'm going to delete this. So scene, do new. Source, I'm going to do camera, cam link. Of course, you can switch this and then do solo. So that was done. So I'll just do solo. Okay, that's done. Oops, is this 2x? Oops, I wanted to do at 2x. Wrong one. Solo at 2x. There we go. So put it on top of the other one. So I actually delete this one. Boom. All right. So let's see what other one we have next. Screen share. So now I'll duplicate this countdown scene. Command D. And I'll do screen share 1. But I'm going to delete this. Delete this. Screen share at 2x. I'm missing. Boom. There we go. Now duplicate this for the next one. Command D. Screen share 2. Delete this. Boom. And then adjust myself here. That's done. And then we're going to do a guess. So I'll actually do Command D for this scene as well. Me +1. You can name it whatever you want, y'all. Oh, let's do guess at 2x. See how easy this is? You gotta love it, y'all. So I'm gonna do a new camera overlay. I should do like a placeholder camera. Let me see, is it over here? So let me look at the camera switcher. Hold up. Okay. Camera B. This is my first time doing this, aside from the training. Yeah, guess 1. That's cool. Close this. So we have this camera overlay for guess 1. I'm going to change the shape to custom. Right here. And make sure this is below the overlay and overlays panel. So that's done. Let's see what's next. countdown. And then we just have the background, y'all. So yeah, I mean, you can just use these accordingly. So I just do another quick scene, source, blank. You won't see me for a bit, but I'll just do the background at 2x just as a background. Background 1. I'm still here, y'all. Command D to duplicate this. And then do background blur. But delete the other overlay behind it. And that is it, y'all. That is it. We did it. We did it. We came in 5 minutes past time, but I think it turned out well. What do y'all think? So let me just flip through them really quickly. Screen share. So just so you guys know, so if I wanted to add a screen share, I would hit new screen share overlay, right? Could add it here if I wanted to. I probably should have moved this logo down some, kind of out the way. I'll probably do that first before I send it to you, Paul. But then I can add, a bit of a border width, a corner radius, like this. I can even make it red as well. Use the eyedropper tool, come over here. So, you could do that or just keep it white. I think I like it better white. So yeah, I'll likely move this logo down and out of the way. But that's how you would do that. And you could even do that for your actual camera overlays. So like if we go to this background, if I wanted to just manually add a camera overlay.
Daddy,
Hold on, Mace. Give me a second.
Sis is waking up.
Okay, close the door. I'll be done in a second, okay? Excuse the... See, if I was off here at 3 o'clock, it wouldn't have been an issue. Excuse my kids barging in here. So if I go to shape, custom. See, you can do it manually like this as well. So you kind of create it on the fly. So if I wanted to do another screen share like this, you can do it however you want. Of course, I'll move this logo down, but the possibilities are endless, y'all, with Ecamm, y'all. Yeah, so that's it. Y'all guys, you got any questions for me before we dip? Still got 16 people on here after time. I appreciate y'all for sticking with me and rocking with me. This was a lot of fun. But now, Mr. Moderator, I got him looking legit out here. I got to make a couple tweaks before I send this profile over to you, but you should be good to go. Yep, you're right. So I can actually drop the logo completely from the graphics. So what he is referencing is just having the logo as an overlay inside of Ecamm. So in this case, for example, hold up. Hold on. Boom, graphics. Mr. Moderator graphics. Hold on, I saved your stuff in the wrong location. I saved your stuff in the wrong location. Oh my gosh. I'm like, why is it in my client's folder? Okay, so I have to fix that. So, episode 9. Hold up, season 2. That's crazy. Season 2, episode 9. Because this is where your logo is saved. So just having it as an overlay like this. So just pretend his logo isn't already baked into the overlay, but you can have a separate, he was saying just have the logo as a separate entity, like a separate file inside of Ecamm as an overlay, and he could place it, remove it as needed. So it wouldn't, in that case, it wouldn't have been in the way for the screen share overlay. So that's what that is. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Awesome. Awesome. Well, look, guys, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. We'll definitely have to do this again. So you have to make sure that you tune into these because you never know when I'll do them and who I'll choose to do a set of these for. And I won't tell you how much I charge for a set of overlays, like the Brain Picker podcast, but just know it's tremendous value. It's tremendous value. So this was a ton of fun. I love doing this. You know, I design all day, every day. So this is really fun for me, Mr. Moderator. I'll get rid of those logos, send over the overlays and the profile to you, and hopefully you get to use them. And I can't wait to see your new stream with the new overlays. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys next week. All right, peace.